Welcome all from wherever you're listening to episode 3, the Law Podcast. I'm Chase.
And I'm Jared.
And after a very long uh, wait, we have an action packed episode today. Uh, Everything from sports to music to just what's going on in the new year. Happy New Year, everybody, if you're
Yeah,
tuning in 2021.
happy New Year, happy 2021. Hopefully, it's a lot better than 2020.
For sure, for sure. So to start off, of course, it's a Monday, January 11th of 2021. It would be remiss of us if we didn't speak of the action-packed weekend we had going on.
Yeah, this past wild card weekend, super wild card weekend, as they kept calling it on the TV. We had three games Saturday, a triple header on Saturday, a triple header on Sunday. All great games, all pretty good games. We had the Nickelodeon game yesterday, the
Ah,
first ever Nickelodeon game. Um, I liked it. I really loved the slime cannons when they scored. That was pretty awesome. And I now every time I look at the uprights, all I could see is SpongeBob right in the middle. I
yeah,
can't unsee that.
that was awesome. But before we get deep dive into the Nickelodeon, let's just go through the Saturday triple header. Obviously, the first game, of course, was the Colts taking on
The Tennessee Titans.
the Tennessee
And
Titans.
yeah, Philip Rivers and Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill. Um, yeah, just a oh, wait, no.
It
Was it?
wasn't.
No, it wasn't the Tennessee Titans.
I
Who the fuck
forgot,
did
but
they play, dude?
I don't know, but they lost.
Yeah, they did lose. The Colts did lose.
They played the
The Buffalo
Bills.
Bills. The Buffalo
Yeah,
Bills. And you know what? It could have been the Miami Dolphins, but it wasn't. Unfortunately, the Miami Dolphins sucked too hard. They drafted the wrong quarterback.
right.
Didn't work out for them.
Well, I thought
Um,
that game was pretty close all the way through. I liked how Philip Rivers is just an old man was throwing it. Uh, Draft class of Philip Rivers, Eli Manning, who's retired now, and obviously Big Ben. I would obviously take Philip Rivers out of that draft class, but it's unfortunate that he hasn't been on a really good team. But I think he's an elite quarterback. I saw on Twitter that someone says Philip Rivers throws the ball like a water balloon. He's kind of very caresses it and just tosses it to his not so good wide receivers, but it was a game. Bills take that. Bills Mafia first playoff win in how many years? 25?
yeah, long since the '90s, since like back to back Super Bowl losses. So go Bills, go Josh Allen. I've been riding that Josh Allen train since that draftjoshallen.com. Really good quarterback, really stacked team, truly on both sides of the ball. The Colts really just had no shot. It was more of like a courtesy game for the Bills, who honestly should have had the bye. They kind of boned every 2 seed with no bye, but they move into the next game and hopefully they trounce their opponents. I'd like to see a Bills run.
For sure, that would be awesome. I could see them going all the way to the Super Bowl if they get past those Chiefs. So the Bills will be playing who in the next round?
Uh the Bills would play the second lowest or
So the
the
Bills
second
will be
lowest seed.
playing the Ravens.
The Raven, yes, they'll be playing Lamar Jackson, the Ravens. I believe in Buffalo. That'll be
So,
quite a
so,
game.
so since we're just on the AFC side of the playoff, let's go on to the second AFC game, which was the Ravens Titans, I believe, on Sunday morning.
Yeah, Ravens Titans started out. The Titans really kept it. They kept it a lead. Ravens tied it up going the second half, and it was all Ravens in the second half. Pretty dominant. Held Derrick Henry to 40 yards rushing after his second 2,000-yard season, which is insane. Dude's a tank, an absolute tank with legs and arms and a head. But yeah, just a well played game by the Ravens, a well played game by the best rushing attack in the league. I mean, it's not really hard to have the best rushing attack in the league when your quarterback is a running back.
Yeah,
But props to them. Look forward to seeing them in the next round. Hopefully, they can give the Bills a run for their money.
Right, yeah. Lamar Jackson, first playoff win. Go Lamar, a Florida boy. But I think his time in the NFL is going to come. There's a lot of good quarterbacks always competing, and he's not the best thrower. Maybe he could convert, but I don't see his career. I don't see him ever winning a Super Bowl, unfortunately.
Yeah, yeah. Luke, every time I watch him, I can't help but think of Colin Kaepernick, who's a good quarterback. He just very one-dimensional. And running quarterbacks don't really tend to survive in the NFL. You have to be able to sit in that pocket and pass the
For
football.
sure. Yeah, so the third AFC game last night, prime time Sunday night, the Cleveland Browns, long-awaited playoff game against the Steelers. What a game that was! The Browns blow them out. I kind of saw this coming just because I think Juju is just show-off cock now these days, and he's not even that good anymore. He had a terrible season. Chase Claypool, the rookie, really eating up as the number one receiver. They got Big Ben, which they didn't have in Week 17, to the loss to the Browns, but they just get throttled. The Browns were really coming after him, and I thought it was a great game. The Browns looked good, and I was really happy to see them get another win, first playoff win in I think 25 plus years too.
Yeah, yeah. It's first playoff win, playoff appearance since '02, first win in a very long time. But I thought it was a great game. I thought at the end the Steelers kind of kept it competitive. They kind of kept us on our toes. Could they win? Could they score another? Could they tie it up? But really, in the end, it really was not even close. That first half kind of fucked them, um,
For
and
sure.
and really put them in a hole. And the Corvette team is knocked out,
Yeah.
unfortunately or
See,
fortunately.
kids, this is what happens when you bring TikTok to big boy games. You get wrecked.
Yeah, honestly.
So that sets us on the AFC side of the picture. So the Chiefs will be playing the Browns uh, this coming weekend, and the Ravens will be playing the Bills. So good four teams in the AFC. Uh, my prediction is the Chiefs are still going to make the Super Bowl. They're too dominant. They're not slowing down. But we'll see. Browns might show up or any other.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and put a very common opinion out there. I think the AFC Championship game will be between the Chiefs and the Bills. I just don't really think either the Ravens or the Browns can really give either team a run for their money.
For sure.
They're just too good on both sides of the ball.
Definitely. And now to the more wide open division, the NFC. Starting off with obviously the Tampa Bay
The Tampa
Buccaneers.
Bay Buccaneers, you got to throw it up. The boys from Tampa, Tom Brady, and them boys really put on quite a performance. Washington kind of kept it close, but there was really no doubt in that victory. Uh,
Main headline of that game was really the backup quarterback from the American Football League, whatever. I believe his name was Heineke. You pronounce he was a very athletic stud, I must say. He was diving, got a touchdown rushing, scrambled. He looked good. He looked way better than Dwayne Haskins or broken foot, almost dead man Alex Smith.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I hope he has a career, but obviously the Buccaneers, this is our year. First playoff win since '07. Um,
First playoff win since '02. First playoff
First playoff.
appearance since '07, which is
Thank you for the
absolutely
correction.
insane.
So yeah, we got three teams with first playoff wins in over 2 decades. The Bills, the Browns, and the Bucks. So I hope one of them can go for the long run. I think the Bucks are going to go to the Super Bowl and play at home. But another frightening stat was Chris Godwin had a couple drops, unusual of him. Got to tighten that up. But another under highlight, maybe the MVP or most underlooked, was Gronky. Gronky was just putting those big blocks on Chase Young. Chase Young was supposed to have a big day. Don't think he got to the quarterback alone once.
No, he
And
had no sacks at all. Only two hurries. Really got shut down all game. Uh, Ineffective in the rushing attack. He definitely had to eat his words.
he's a stud. He's a pretty boy. What do you think about those long blonde dreads of Chase Young?
I kind of like it.
I think he pulls it off well for sure. I think he's a stud. If I was that big and that athletic, I think I would rock long blonde
Shreds with a
dreads.
fat earring.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
there's
some
no
cat
doubt that.
scratches, but
Right. Yeah.
he rocks it. So good for him, but he's not getting Tom Brady this time around.
Yeah, and there's no doubt that he's a stud, an absolute stud. Really, probably the MVP of that whole team. But yeah, there was no chance he was putting anything on Tom Brady, and the Bucks cruised into the divisional round.
Bucks will be playing the Saints for the third time. Breeze, maybe his last game, last season. He's
Last
getting old.
season.
He can't outstand Tommy, and Tommy's ready for him. He doesn't want to lose three in a row, and especially to Drew Brees, his arch nemesis. So it's gonna be a great game this Sunday.
Yeah, and interesting stat, Tom Brady has never lost 3 games to one team in a season. So look out
Wow.
for that. Look out for that.
Yeah, and also Devin White will be returning for the Buccaneers, a prime
Linebacker.
linebacker, rusher. He kind of can do everything. Great tackler and open field. Really exciting to beef back with him.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. The Bucks defense hopefully firing on all cylinders as they need to be. Bucks offense needs to be clicking if they really want to be able to put anything up on the board in this game against the Saints.
For sure. On to the next game. I kind of saw this coming, but a lot of people didn't. The Rams Seahawks game played in Seattle. Um, Yeah, the Rams defense, I think, has to be the best in the league. They're just dominant. Aaron Donald, those other big tacklers, really shut out the Seahawks and kept them to very low points.
Yeah, Seahawks started very quickly at the beginning of the season, racking up a couple wins, but really fell off in the last stretch of the season. Russell Wilson projected to be the MVP, kind of shit the bed. Yeah, just not cooking, chef not cooking up in the kitchen. That's all I have to say. And
Yeah,
just a sad, pitiful performance. Rams really capitalized. Jared Goff had a good game, especially with a broken thumb.
yeah, he
Um,
wasn't even supposed to be playing, and he had a good game. DK Metcalf getting upset because Jalen Ramsey was locking him down. So the Rams could be a sneaky, but the Rams will be playing Go Pack Go up in cold ass Green Bay next round.
Yeah, yeah, and I'd be afraid of the Packers in January at Lambeau Field in the snow.
For
That's all I
sure.
have to say about that.
Another weird thing is some of these stadiums don't have fans, so some Seattle fans are complaining they didn't have their 12s, but you can't blame it on that when you shit the bed and you're playing against a backup quarterback and a guy that just broke his thumb.
Yeah, yeah, there's really no excuse. You played all season without fans. You can't complain now and say, "Oh, it hurt us." Well, you played the whole season. You got some wins. Sucks to suck. Maybe be in a state with less regulations.
Very true. Come down to Florida. Finally, wrapping off our super wild card weekend of 9 games, we go to the Nickelodeon game with all the slime you could ask for. Saints Bears, kind of an uneventful game. They both kind of sucked. They both turned the ball over a lot. I agree. The most exciting, invigorating moment of that game was the slime end zone in the SpongeBob field goal. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, and apparently I was in the bathroom for this, but apparently a second incident happened with the same 2 guys, the exact same thing, another chain snatch and fight between the same 2 guys. So that's they have beef. They have serious beef. Maybe they should go see a counselor and get it worked out. An
Yeah, I
NFL
didn't see
sanctioned
that.
counselor.
But uh, But yeah, the Nickelodeon, I thought it was awesome. First game ever. It was kind of annoying to have a little kid commentating. They were explaining the rules, but I wasn't that annoyed because that's what I expected. You could have watched the other broadcast, but obviously you need to see the slime every time they scored a touchdown.
Yeah, yeah. I watched some of the other broadcasts, and I also tuned in to watch some of the Nickelodeon broadcasts. And I liked the audio on the regular broadcast and the visuals of that Nickelodeon
For
broadcast. I
sure.
really thought it.
Hopefully we get some cool collaborations in the future.
Yeah, I'd love to see some more.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So I believe we're both on the same page. We're expecting a Chiefs Buccaneers Super Bowl in
Yeah,
Tampa showdown.
correct, correct. I really think that after 2 crushing losses to the Saints earlier this season, I really think that Tom Brady is going to put the team on his back, really motivate these guys, and I think the Bucks are going to surprise everyone and pull out a win in this round.
I believe so too. That's awesome. Sweet. So we'll have to wait till next weekend for another action-packed NFL weekend. But moving on, we'll go into another invigorating sport, another cool playoff, another trying some teams to win some hardware, the FA Cup.
Yeah, the magic of the FA Cup. I'm all for bringing back the magic. FA Cup's kind of died down the past couple of years, but to me, the FA Cup is important, and to everyone else, the FA Cup should be important. And there was some great action over the past weekend. United played Manchester United played Watford. Chelsea played the Morecambe Shrimps. Arsenal had their struggles. So just an all-out one. It's always wonderful to see the magic of the cup. Leeds got upset by a fourth division team. Leeds, who plays just absolutely wonderful football. 3-0 loss, just crushing. Manchester United squeaking by with the McTominay header.
Yeah, some cool games. I really like the structure of the FA Cup. It's very European how high-level teams can play these third-tier, fourth-tier teams, and I really think it would be awesome to implement something of that inside the States, but it's very European. I think the domestic cup should have more value, like you're saying, and hopefully this FA Cup parade goes on for a while. Speaking about Chelsea, we got some much-needed goals from Timo and Havertz, which their first pair of goals, and I think ever together on Chelsea, which very
Yeah,
much needed for some confidence for even some price on the price tag that we paid. But hopefully we can. But obviously it was just against a shitty team. But we'll see how it goes from there.
yeah, and actually, a couple hours ago, actually within the past hour, the draw for the next round came out, and Manchester United will actually be home to current reigning champions Liverpool in the fourth round. I personally am not happy with that. While other teams continue to draw lower division league teams like Cheltenham and Chelsea actually drew Luton Town, but we'll have to play the champions Liverpool. So we'll see. Definitely expecting a win. Definitely expecting a really good game. So yeah, I guess we'll see. Bring back the magic of the cup. It's
Bring
always
it
good to
back
see. It's always good to see a lower league team make a great run.
for sure. Yeah, that's some action-packed sports review. You know, at the law, sports is a pillar of the law always for the funnies and awesomeness, the athleticism. So that concludes our sports review for the law segment.
Wait, let me just interject a quick championship preview for tonight. Alabama, Ohio State, a showdown between two of the most storied programs in all of the CFP. I'm really pushing towards Bama. Best quarterback in the nation, according to the nation. The best player in the nation, the best wide receiver, the Heisman Trophy winner, and the best running back in the nation up against an Ohio State team with 7 wins. I'm picking Alabama for this one.
Very good call. I didn't forget about the championship tonight, but obviously we have to round it out in the sports segment. But like you were saying, Tuscaloosa's raw, sexy girls, party hard, and great sports. Can't go against Saban, against a seven season team, Ohio State. Like you were saying, I agree completely. Bama by maybe 10, 15 points. Ohio State might keep it close, but going to be a nice game. A lot of talent on both sides.
Yeah, yeah. Justin Fields played really well last game. No denying how dangerous he and Ohio State are, but Alabama is just too good, I think.
For sure.
So I guess we'll have to see.
Of course. So yeah, you know, at the Law Podcast, we talk about the NFL, we talk about football over abroad in Europe, and obviously the college football. So that concludes our sports segment, and now we'll have a word from our sponsor.
Yeah. So here at the Law of Podcast, we'll have a word for our sponsors at Bees Out Corp. Bees Out Corp is your go-to corporation for all things beesing out. Check out at Bees Out Corp on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Bees Out. Join the movement.
Thank you, Jared, for that. And remember that this Law Podcast would not be made possible without our sponsors at Bees Out Corp. So go please follow Bees Out on Instagram, all your social media for all your beesing needs. It's a great movement. It's up and coming. Yeah, join the movement.
Yeah, join the movement. Bees Out.
Bees Out. So another pillar of the law, obviously, is that what we're talking about. We just talked about sports. We're going to move into musics because obviously when great artists drop full albums, you have to listen to them how they're meant to be listened to, start to finish, all the way through. So we have some 2 great albums to round out 2020, maybe the top 2 albums of 2020 just recently over the December period. And first, Jared, I know you'd love to talk about your boy Playboy Carti's album, WLR, Whole Lotta Red. Let's hear it.
Yeah, so personally, when I first listened to Whole Lotta Red, I listened and I was like, wait, this is weird, but the more I listened to it, the better it sounded in my reverberating throughout my ears. And I'm actually going to go ahead and rank this the album of the year. Now,
Wow,
Playboy Cardi fans have been expecting this drop for 4 or 5 years now, since the release of his last studio album, Die Lit, his first debut studio album, and Whole Lotta Red. Um, just an absolute masterpiece, start to finish. And if you really do, you gotta really understand Playboy Cardi in order to really appreciate this album. Um, a couple of my favorite songs, right off the top of my head, were "Place," "Go to the Moon," with our good friend Kanye West, and uh, "Rockstar Made," a little different switch up for you. Just overall sonically different but amazing album. Really awesome to just sit down and vibe to and listen
for
and
sure.
appreciate Playboy Cardi for who Playboy Cardi is.
Definitely. Two words you said, sonically different. I really like that about Playboy Cardi. Every album is something different. I mean, only two albums, but obviously through his diverse vocals, his masterful production, his beats he chooses to rap on, his voice. I really think he is showing himself as an artistic genius. His vocals laid upon crazy beats, the beats and executive production by Kanye, of course, are awesome. I love this album too. I'm not really a Playboy Cardi fan, but I really like this album. I think it's a great exemplification of what modern rap really is. It's not just shitty lyrics and just talking about all these profane things. It's really a nuanced, sophisticated collaboration between the beat, the hi hats, the 808s, your vocals. Now that's what Cardi really exemplifies: putting his vocals, making that mesh in to the beat behind. He's not trying to take all the fame, but it's really what he's striving for, I think, in there.
Yeah, we're really well said, extremely well said. That's how you have to understand Playboy Cardi. It's not about the lyrics and what he's talking about. It's about feeling the vibe and the combination of his lyrics and the beats and the producing. And so, yeah, you really hit the
For
nail on the head
sure.
with that one.
Yeah, so I think you said Playboy Cardi, A Whole Lot of Red is your album of the year, but now let's talk about what I believe is my album of the year, Kid Cudi's Man on the Moon 3, highly anticipated, almost a decade since the second album of this trilogy. And I listened to this start to finish, and I think he does not miss. It's his the best out of the three sequences. I believe it's the best of the year. Obviously, you get some traditional Cudi humming. You have the great features from Skep and Pop Smoke, RIP, on Show Out. He has some very good solos, really great lyrics. It's more of like just a sitting vibey type song. The beats are amazing. I think it's a great, very long track list, diverse, and always keeps me on my toes.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the Cudi album as well. That he had split it into like three sections. I thought each section really embodied um, the album in its own different way, and the way it all came together in the end was just it was beautiful. Kid Cudi always makes beautiful music, and combines like the chill rap with the cloud rap in with also like intense lyricism and
Mm,
uh like illusions, and he just a wonderful artist and provided us with some incredible music, especially with featuring some Skep in there.
for sure, I
Big
agree.
shout out to Skep.
You hit on his lyricism. His lyrics are unmatched. Very sophisticated. Some great pull, really pulls from all aspects of society, from just being an everyday man to sports to all these different movie references. It's very cool lyrics he does there. So I think it's a great album. And he gives us this great album cover art too, which I think is beautiful. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
kind
that
of
has to be cover art of the year.
kind of wraps up his trilogy. You have references from his past album art and really brings it all together. I think it was amazing.
Yeah, I'd agree.
For sure.
And now something in the music industry, something that happened recently, a an RIP to a friend of the program, a master lyricist and well-respected artist in every sense of the word. MF Doom passed away. He actually passed away on Halloween. in the most MF Doom style possible. Nobody, and when I say nobody, I mean nobody knew that he had passed until the new year, which is the most MF Doom thing possible. Rest in peace, Doom. Rest in peace, the greatest lyricist of all time. Rest in peace, the villain. Long live the villain. Yeah, R.I.P.
Yeah, you hit it on the head. RP, what a great legacy he had, really shaped the industry. Uh, yeah, but I think it would be remiss of us not to talk about maybe the most in your face, jumping right at you. I guess it comes into music industry, pop culture. The big, we talked about this on the episode 2, the whole Kimye dilemma. It seems like it is almost confirmed they are getting a divorce. Rumors, crazy rumors with Kanye hooking up with a male beauty guru, Jeffree Star. Uh, Kim already has some romances, but like I said in the last episode, I think everybody was expecting this. Um, they just weren't meant to be.
I'm gonna go ahead and disagree with you. I'm gonna go ahead and share my take. I think the tabloids are wrong. I think the tabloids are doing this all for attention. I think Kim and Kanye are still together. I think they will stay together. And I think all these rumors are bullshit. But that's just as far as we know, all we're hearing is from the tabloids. We haven't heard anything from either party. I personally think Kim and Kanye will stay together, but that's a hot
Interesting.
take.
That is a very hot take. We'll have to see from here. I think Kanye's just out there. I've been seeing some reports that he's going to move to London to continue his Sunday service choir. Maybe they're more receptive there, but who knows? It's a weird time.
Yeah, yeah. Who really knows it? And to any of this Jeffree Star nonsense, it's all tabloid bullshit. You really think Kanye West is out here fucking Jeffree Star beauty guru? There's no way. No way. No way. No way. No way. And
Yeah,
I'll eat my words if I'm wrong, but there is no fucking way.
yeah, definitely not. That's crazy. Well, I think unless you have anything else to add, that cements another pillar of the law, the music industry. Um, Great stuff there. So as you can see, sports, music, and that brings us to one of the central pillars of the law. Uh, it's time for funnies of the week,
Yeah,
the
funnies of the
month.
week. Yeah,
We
I'll
might
let
do,
you. I'll let you kick it off.
yeah. So we might go to some rapid fire funnies of the week, but obviously, as you try and embody the law, obviously being the men of men, you obviously have to embody the funnies and just all the funny things that go around with it. So yeah, I'll start off with funnies of the week. You want me to start off, or you want to start off?
Well, I guess I'll start off then. I'll start off sharing a little story. Um, from it happened about a month ago. Our good friend, a good friend of the program, our friend Melman, had an awesome story. He actually traveled to the pier at the middle of the night and got lost. And at 4 in the morning, we found him at the pier, asleep in the grass, uh, alone in the dark, uncovered, surrounded by nobody uh, after being lost. So, Melman, glad you're home, glad you're found. Stay safe.
For sure. So it's a little piggyback off what Jared was saying. Maybe Feldman's melt or maybe funnies of the year. Definitely funnies of this past 2 week. Jared, myself, and like he was saying, Melman, a good friend of the program, went out to a bar and we're out drinking. And Melman pulled an Irish exit, some might say. He left. We had no idea how to contact him. Jared would drive around uh, looking for him. He could not find him. And I was still with some people. I couldn't look for him. He wasn't answering his phone, but we had no idea where he went. So after Jared drove around for 3 hours, we finally found this wild Melman in the middle of a public pier, Clearwater Beach. Shout out, best beach in the nation. Uh, Alone, sleeping upright. It was a true funnies.
Yeah, yeah, true funnies. A sight to behold, a story for the ages.
Story for the ages, but I think it would be remiss of us not to mention an honorable mention of funnies of the week, which is pizza at 3 a.m. in the scene of total disorder and chaos. So you want to go into that some more?
Yeah, yeah. I guess I'll start it off. So It was about 3 in the morning. We're down at the beach at a pizza place, and we walk in, and there's actually a pretty decent sized crowd, especially for 3 in the morning.
And
And
on on a Corona vacation, there was probably
right,
at least 35, 40 people in the pizza place that was like small.
yeah. So we're waiting in the pizza line, and I look to the right, and um, I saw a good or not so good friend of the program um, to the right, and I really had wanted to have no conversation with this person. So I hightailed it to the bathroom. Chase stepped out of line and tried to hide, but it's really futile when dealing with this person. And got caught, ensnared in a trap, and had to have a interesting conversation. And while we waited, um, someone got down on their knees and proposed to his girlfriend, and
In the
plushy
middle of a
minister,
pizza place at
right,
3 a.m.
at 3 a.m. And a plushy guy, uh, who I guess we'll call him plushy minister, said that he was a minister, a licensed minister, and that he could marry this interracial couple. And the look on the guy's face when he said, "I'm an actual minister. I can marry you right now. I'll give a demonstration." No, not right now. Like, just the look of absolute horror and terror that he might have to spend the rest of his life with this girl that he met at the bar.
Yeah, it was crazy. Pretty much honorable mention funnies of the week. 3 a.m. pizza. There's a diverse demographic of people from plushy minister to interracial proposing couple to the unspeakable name of trying to get our attention on this podcast. But
Right,
yeah, that wraps up funnies of the week. Really some great nominees, but we encourage everybody to practice the funnies in their everyday life.
right. Yeah, of course. Always practice the funnies. Try to incorporate them in everyday life because it really makes things better.
For sure.
And I'd like to make a statement before we go. Just a quick thing, just to backtrack a little bit. Today is actually the day that Manchester United have been linked with their 100th transfer rumor. Uh, Stop doing that. Stop linking these fucking players to us. We don't want these second division French players. Do not link them. Do not. So you're using our name for clout. You're using our name to hike up the price. You're using our name to get a good contract. Stop fucking doing it. We're not signing you.
Thank you for that word about Manchester United's link. Uh, Pretty much what he's just saying in all aspects of society. Don't be a clout chaser because that's stupid, and everybody knows you're a clout chaser, and you'll look even more stupid.
Yeah, yeah, you
But
look especially stupid chasing that clout.
for sure, so don't chase clout as a part of pillars of the law. But we talked about a wide variety of topics today, from the sports to the funnies, to the musics, to no clout chasing. A very important update: we now have social media at the law underscore pod a podcast. I'll repeat that again: the law underscore a podcast on Instagram. We'll be giving weekly updates. We're going to have weekly episodes every Monday. So give us a shout in the comments what you want us to talk about. And if you're enjoying the Law podcast. So until next Monday, I'm Chase,
And I'm Jared. Like and subscribe.
signing out.
Peace.
Peace.